All right, so before we jump into actually coding HTML and CSS and all that stuff, it's a good idea to understand what actually HTML is. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and all the pages that you see on the internet are basically HTML is behind those pages, creating those pages. So right now I'm on google.com, and if you want to see the HTML of this page, you can simply right click and say view page source. And this is all the HTML that is behind google.com page, that one page. Now don't worry about all of these things. This is HTML and JavaScript mixed up. So if you want a better look, I would say right click in a Chrome browser, and then select inspect. So this will give you a much better idea of the HTML associated with the page. Once again, HTML is just used to structure your document. So if you want to put an image over here, you're going to use the HTML image tag. If you are going to start a paragraph, you're going to use a paragraph tag. If you want to, and I can show you over here, if you want to add a label somewhere. So let's say if I'm over here and let's say that I do edit as HTML, and let's see if I can actually do something over here. H1 is basically for hello, heading. And there we go. You can see that I just wrote on google.com. Now I changed the HTML and I added the heading tag. All right. Now obviously people who are going to google.com are not going to see this because this is only on my local computer. Actually, even if I refresh the page, you'll see that it will be gone. All right. But using the right click and inspect in the Google Chrome developer tools, you can see the HTML associated with the Google page. Not only for Google page, so if I go to a much complicated page like yahoo.com, you can see that this is the HTML right over here that I'm scrolling. This is the HTML related to yahoo.com. And if I am, you can see that right now I'm hovering over this div element, which is a div element is for like division element, divider element. Then you can see that those things are highlighting in the HTML. So if you want to understand HTML, HTML is basically just to structure the pages. All right. So, okay, my logo is going to be over here and my text box will be over here. And then, how do I remove that? All right. My text box is going to be over here. And then the button will be here and the button will be here. Now, and that is HTML, structuring of the pages. Anything that has to do with the style of the page, making it all pretty, basically makeup, that is all CSS. All right, CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet. And if you are once again doing right click inspect and you're looking at this developer tools by Chrome, which is very, very helpful, and you will be living over here mostly when you are debugging something, you can see that this part on the left side, left pane, is all about the HTML. But on the right side over here, the styles tag is selected, or the tab is selected, and everything is about styles. So, and you can see it's a little bit different. The syntax is a little bit different. So on the left side is HTML, on the right side is CSS styles. So if I select the body over here, it's going to display the styles over here. So if I want to make this page in a different color, like green, I can simply do that in the style. There we go. Now google.com is green. Obviously this is only for me. If I refresh the page, it's going to turn back again to white color. But the style basically allows you, or the CSS allows you to change the appearance, make your page pretty, and that's what CSS actually does. All right. Font size small. So if I say over here, if I change this to You can see the font size may be changing. Well, not really, but you can see the body and HTML and all that stuff is changing. Body, background, color, you can uncheck these things and check them back again. But so style or CSS is more associated with how your page is going to look like after it has been structured, how you can make it pretty using CSS, cascading style sheet. All right. So HTML is used to structure the pages. CSS is used to make it look nicer. All right.